I've just finished work. Can I attend a party tonight? One of my coworkers invited me.
Oh, really? Sure, why not? You rarely go out anyway. Besides, tomorrow is the weekend.
Thank you. Also, there's something else I need to tell you. I'm thinking of inviting that coworker over to our house later tonight.
What? Why?
He's been wanting to visit for a while. Are you okay with it?
Still. The problem is, I don't have tomorrow off like you do.
Well, you don't have to worry too much about him. We're just going to have a couple of drinks. Make sure to leave out some snacks, like cheese or crackers, for us.
What do you mean? We don't have any cheese and crackers. Besides, I'll be working late today.
Come on, don't be so lazy. I'm on my way back right now. It doesn't have to be cheese and crackers. Anything else will do. I can't bother to go to the grocery store, you know. I'm exhausted.
But you decided to bring him over without informing me beforehand. So, you should take care of everything you need yourself. He's your guest, not mine. Don't you remember what happened last time? Your boss came over and you guys had a great time. The entire house was a mess when I returned.
That's just how men have fun. Stop complaining and do as I say. It's not a big deal.
Well, I don't think so. Why don't you clean up after yourself this time? I have to leave early tomorrow. I'm not adding more work for today.
Fine, geez. I'll make sure to clean up after myself this time. Now, could you please buy me some crackers and cheese? I don't want my coworker to think I'm stingy or poor.
You better keep your promise.
Yeah, I will. You're so annoying. I said I won't make a mess today. What else do you want?
This is not how you should talk to your wife. But whatever. Just don't disappoint me. Show yourself as a reliable man, not the opposite.
Okay. 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 I'll have him over tonight then.
Where are you currently located?
At this moment, I'm having a drink with my friends.
Do you recall what you mentioned to me yesterday? Our living room was extremely messy. I even reminded you in the morning to tidy up before heading to work. What happened?
Oh yeah, I forgot. I intended to clean up after my coworker left. But then my friend Carter called me, and he joined us for another round of drinks. That's why I ended up forgetting about it.
What about your promise from yesterday then?
I apologize. However, you need to stop cornering me about every little thing. I didn't make a mess on purpose. Cleaning up took much longer than I expected. What was I supposed to do?
Listen, I think you're exaggerating this time. Besides, you never try to understand my feelings or put yourself in my shoes. All you ever do is invite your friends over and have a great time. But then it's always me who has to clean up after you guys.
So what? You're just being overly dramatic. It's a woman's job to do these things.
Who told you that? Plus, I'm not even a homemaker. I have a job too.
First and foremost, I'm the primary earner in this family no matter what. Secondly, it should be common sense for you to clean up after a gathering with your buddies.
Assuming what you said is true. What about your promise from yesterday then? I mean, you never keep your promises. I'm exhausted and fed up at this point.
Fine, stop annoying me all the time. I've already understood what you're saying. I'm not deaf or stupid. Next time, I'll clean up after myself. Are you satisfied now?
Is this your way of apologizing to people? What's wrong with you, seriously?
Natalia, give me a break, for God's sake. You know what? I know many other wives who take much better care of their husbands than you do.
Well, I'm not them. You can't compare me to other women. Have you ever seen me comparing you to other men out there? Besides, the wives you know take good care of their husbands. Because they receive the same in return. What have you ever done for me?
Give me a break. Anyway, I'm having a drink with my coworkers today as well. I'll be home late, so don't wait up for me. Just clean up the house for the last time.
Okay. But this is genuinely the last time I'm doing this for you.
Hey, did you happen to receive a text message from my mom?
Your mom? Not that I know of.
She's asking me for ideas on what to do for my dad's birthday this year. I just got off the phone with her.
Your dad's birthday is coming up, right? Are you planning to go this year too?
Yeah, I think so. It's almost Thanksgiving anyway. I can make some time. And you don't have work either, Natalia, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Then we can stay for 2 days. Actually, scratch that. We might need to stay longer. Some things have changed, and it's a bit complicated. A night or two like before won't be enough.
What? Why? How many days are you thinking? Is something wrong at your parents' house?
My dad had a bone fracture at work the other day. It caught me off guard since he's always been in great physical condition.
Really? Why didn't you tell me sooner? Is he at the hospital now? I hope it's not a serious injury. What happened exactly? That's terrible news. I'd be really worried if the same thing happened to my dad. Did he see a doctor already? Is he okay? Bone fractures are very painful. I hope he recovers soon. Injuries tend to worsen with age.
He's taken a leave of absence from work and is staying home for now. I'm not sure how long it will take for him to recover and go back to work. The thing is, my mom also has back problems. She's on medication and regularly visits the doctor's office. I'm concerned about her health. So I was thinking of helping her with chores around the house. It's even a struggle for her to climb the stairs. That's why we need to stay longer than usual this time. I haven't decided on the exact number of days, but definitely more than 2.
You're right. Taking care of your family is important. And as your wife, I want to support them through the ups and downs too. I'm just wondering if it won't be too much of an inconvenience. They might not appreciate me staying there for too long. I don't want to overstay my welcome.
No worries. My parents are always thrilled when we visit. Besides, we're there to help, not take charge. I'm sure my dad will be happy to hear this great news. He always looks forward to seeing you. He treats you like his own daughter. He may not show it on his face, but he has a kind heart.
I remember your dad being a nice person when I last saw him. It's sad to hear about his injury.
Furthermore, my mom seems exhausted lately. Her health isn't at its best. Age has taken a toll on her body. Here's the thing, we can still have fun while we're there. It won't be all work. There should be plenty of entertainment options around the neighborhood. We'll figure it out when we get there.
I guess you're right. There may not be many activities at your parents' house, but we'll manage. And our main focus is to assist them. You know what? You have a point. Your dad needs support during this challenging time, and we should be there for him. If your mom's back problems persist, her daily life must be difficult too.
Anyway, why don't you send my mom a text and let her know our plan? She's waiting for our response. I mentioned that I needed to discuss it with you first.
Wait, why me? Shouldn't you be the one texting her? You're her son. I'm sure she'd prefer hearing from you rather than me.
She's actually waiting for your messages. She may seem reserved, but she has a shy personality. You've met her, so you understand, right? Natalia doesn't contact me often. I wonder if she doesn't like me. Did I do something to offend her? That's what she keeps saying to me. So, keep it brief and send her a text. She adores you despite the misunderstandings that made things awkward between you two.
I don't hold any grudges against her. I respect her as the woman who raised and gave birth to you. There's just not much to talk about. After all, she's your mom, not mine. We're not related by blood.
Are you being serious right now? Can't you move past this by now? Are you really this sensitive? Please tell me you've let go of what she said that time. You know she didn't mean any harm, right? Do you? I expected better from you. She may not be the ideal girlfriend you had in mind for me. But you're way out of her league, son. I know those weren't exactly compliments, but you know how my mom is. She's always honest and straightforward. She speaks her mind.
I'd be lying if I said her words didn't hurt back then. But we all make mistakes, so I understand. In fact, I've been trying my best to move forward over the years. Anyway, don't worry. I'll be fine.
That's what I'm talking about. It's not healthy to hold on to every little detail with bitterness. We don't visit my parents often. So I'm excited to see them after such a long time. This is also an opportunity for you to mend things with my mom.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Well then, make sure to reach out to my mom when you have a moment. I have a conference to attend in a few minutes. I don't think I'll have time to message her.
Got it. I'll give her a call later today.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll be counting on you then.
Hey, I got your dad a birthday present. And I gave it to him yesterday.
Yeah, I know. What about it?
It's in the trash right now.
What? No way. Are you out of your mind?
I swear to God it's true. Don't you believe me?
Of course not. I mean, who would throw their birthday present in the trash? You saw for yourself how big the smile was on my dad's face, right?
Yeah, I did. But the thing is, your mom wasn't exactly a fan of the present. I don't think this will be of any use to him. Did you happen to find this in the trash or something? This is what she said to me.
I'm sure she was kidding. She just has a dark sense of humor.
I don't think it's a joke though. You know what, I'll ask your mom directly what she meant by that comment.
I'm telling you that's not necessary. My mom would never do something like this. You're just being rude. Hey! Are you even listening to me?
Your mom just replied to me.
I'm sure it's a misunderstanding, right?
She said she did throw it in the trash.
Oh my god. I'm positive she threw it away by mistake though. She must have thought it was trash or something. Come on, it's not worth it to complain about something so small.
She threw it away by mistake. She was the one who unwrapped my present yesterday. You were there as well. How can it be a mistake if this is the case?
But you don't know for sure either. Am I right? Tell you what, my mom would never throw a birthday present away on purpose. So you can't possibly be offended by her. Plus, I'll bet it's in the trash without being damaged at all. It's probably not even dirty.
Still, she didn't just throw it in the living room trash can. I found it in the kitchen trash can together with food waste. She put it in the living room trash can. Now, what excuse can you come up with for that? Does your dad really like birthday presents covered in food waste?
Well, all I know is that it sounds pretty gross. Anyway, you can't blame my mom for what she did. After all, you are someone with no taste. In other words, my mom was right about you. So why don't you just buy a new present for my dad? Because as far as I'm concerned, I wouldn't say what you got him is the best present he could have received.
Excuse me?
I mean, wasn't it obvious that my mom didn't like it? She knows my dad better than anyone else. So if she doesn't approve, you should have chosen something else.
But it's not for your mom. It's your dad's birthday present. Besides, I talked to your dad yesterday, and he seems to love the gift I got him. What should I do now? How do I explain this to your dad?
You don't need to tell him anything. What do you hope to achieve by revealing the whole story? Do you want to ruin your relationship with my dad too? Besides, it will make my mom look bad.
She doesn't just look bad. She is the bad person. You know what? Why don't you figure something out?
If you want my advice, forget about it. The present you bought isn't that special or expensive anyway. I mean, you can find it in almost any grocery store nearby.
I've wanted to tell you this for a while. But it seems like you don't care about me, Roger. No matter how much I'm hurt, you act like it doesn't affect you. And every time I have an argument with your mom, you always take her side.
I don't take sides. It's just that you create so much drama all the time. Seriously, you need to calm down.
Okay, but what happened today proves my point. You told me your dad has a fractured bone and can't do much, right? So I expected to help with chores around the house. But everything was left to me. You and your mom were gone for hours. I don't know if you were running an errand, but what's taking so long?
It's none of your business, is it? You know I haven't visited my hometown in a long time. Of course, the first thing I want to do is hang out with my childhood friends. And I did help with something. Actually, I dropped my mom off on my way to meet my pals.
That's not called helping with chores. You dropped her off just to hang out with your friends. What chore did you actually do? Remember, this is your parents' house, not mine, Roger.
Come on. Don't blame me for this. I didn't ask you to come along. I'll be home early today. I just want to catch up with everyone in town. You should come meet them tomorrow or something. Trust me, I'll help when I can. Also, I think I'll be home around midnight. If there's a task you didn't finish, I can take care of it.
Yeah, whatever. You never keep your promises anyway. I won't fall for your lies again. Stop treating me like a fool. I'm going back. I'm fed up with everything. Your dad's birthday celebration was a disaster.
What? What's wrong with you? You can't just leave because things didn't go your way. It doesn't work like that. Are you seriously going back? For what? Is the house spotless now? Did you clean every corner and window? But why? What's happening right now? Are you throwing a tantrum again? You're not a 5-year-old. Go take a nap if you're in a bad mood.
The birthday present I got for your dad was treated poorly. I don't see how things can get any worse, but I'm done. And as my husband, you don't seem to care about my feelings. I feel like I'm just a maid to you. Besides, I'm starting to question why I came here in the first place.
Hold on a second. What do you mean you're questioning why you came here? Who's going to do the chores if you leave? I'm in the middle of hanging out with my friends. I don't want to miss any part of the party.
Finish the chores after I leave. After all, you haven't done anything since we arrived. I did everything myself, even though you suggested helping your parents. And I don't feel like staying here any longer, so I'm leaving. I'm not your servant or a housekeeper you employ. You're on your own for the rest. I've had enough of your mom and you. I regret trying to make your mom like me more.
You can't do this to me. You said you would try to improve things with my mom. You're betraying me. Wait. Are you serious right now? Natalia. What on earth? How can you leave without completing the assigned tasks? Also, explain to me what's happening here. Why is our house empty? There's nothing inside.
I got rid of everything.
Pardon me. What do you mean you got rid of everything?
Well, you know I have no taste, right? Most of the furniture in this house was bought when I was single. Moreover, I've given you countless gifts over the years. That's why I practically trashed everything in sight. After all, I have absolutely no taste.
That's not what I'm asking. I want to know what in the world you're doing.
I threw away some trash. That's all. Now you can buy whatever you want. I mean, you have such good taste, unlike me. Don't you?
I never even mentioned anything about the things in our house. Get a grip.
You're the one who needs to get a grip. Your mom and you both think I'm a pushover. By the way, you do realize that I'm your wife, right?
Yeah. You're my spouse, and I'm married to you.
Your wife is not someone you can walk all over. I was shocked when you told me that house chores are meant to be done by women. But what about your mom? Is there a double standard? Because she never lifted a finger the entire time I was there.
Well, my mom needed a day off.
Your dad told me a completely different story. It seems like he's not treated well by your mom at home. She demands that he do house chores even with a broken bone. So let me ask you, what was that day off for if she's not doing anything?
What do you expect me to do then? I shouldn't be dragged down by your issues with her. And if my dad can do things himself, why not? What's your problem?
The reason we plan to stay longer at your parents' house is because of your father's injury. But as far as I know, he doesn't need much help with house chores. He does everything himself. So why are we staying longer than usual? Is it because you want to hang out with your childhood friends?
No, of course not. The important question is, where are you?
Where am I? I'm at my parents' house.
Why? Why are you there?
Because that's where I belong.
I don't understand. I have no idea what you're trying to say.
Oh, you don't? Well, you do realize that you're the worst person I've ever seen, right?
Excuse me?
Well, you can't leave trash lying around. You have to throw it in the trash can. By the way, tomorrow is trash day. So you need to be disposed of before it's too late.
Are you crazy? You're out of your mind.
No, you're the one who's out of your mind. Mom, your cooking is the best in the world. Natalia, take notes. Why do you have to belittle me like this?
It's just a joke.
True, I won't deny that. You and your mom found it hilarious. But for me, there was nothing funny about your joke.
Come on, don't take it so seriously. My mom has been cooking meals for the family since before I was born. Obviously, her food would be more delicious than yours.
I don't care if her food is better than mine. It has nothing to do with me anyway. Even when your dad tells you to mind your manners, you still won't stop laughing. Don't you think it's rude to mock me in front of your own parents? And remember, your mom threw the birthday present I got for your dad in the trash. How can you act like it's normal?
Still, I acknowledge that you may have a valid point. However, my mom and I never intended any harm towards you. I think you're overthinking this situation.
Regardless, both you and your mom lack consideration for other people's feelings. Here's the thing, your dad and I will never forgive the two of you for your actions. In fact, I am filing for divorce.
Are you serious? You're divorcing me. I can't believe it. This is the most absurd reason for a divorce. What is wrong with you?
Is this really the most absurd reason you've heard for a divorce? I understand now. Well, given your character, I'm not surprised.
Exactly.
After all, like-minded people tend to associate with each other. You always find a way to shift the blame onto others. Let me tell you, even if your mom didn't ruin that birthday present, I would still leave you. It's clear that you only care about your parents when it's convenient for you. Moreover, I'm the one doing all the hard work while you laze around.
That's not a nice thing to say about your spouse. Please calm down for God's sake.
I am perfectly calm at the moment. Even your dad can't tolerate it anymore.
Can't tolerate what anymore? What does this have to do with my dad?
Your dad can't tolerate your mom anymore. She throws a fit whenever things don't go her way. It seems like she has anger issues. The final straw for your dad was when she threw away his birthday present. He's done with the relationship.
Excuse me. Is this some kind of joke? How dare you point fingers at my mom? Sort out your stance before you speak. Are you out of your mind? I know my dad better than you. Stop trying to create conflict between my parents.
What I told you is the truth. And trust me, there's nobody who understands your dad better than me. I have common sense. Contrary to your belief, I'm not clueless. I can distinguish right from wrong, unlike you. Also, I wouldn't just walk out of the house without reason. Understand that I won't let your mom take advantage of me. There are boundaries that need to be respected.
So basically, my dad is divorcing my mom because of you? How could you do such a terrible thing? It's all your fault then. Apologize to my parents immediately. And make sure it's sincere, or there will be consequences.
It's not my fault. I'm tired of being your punching bag and scapegoat. Frankly, I feel sorry for your dad. He's a good man. If anyone is to blame, it's your mom, without a doubt. After all, she's the one married to your dad, not me. I never told her how to treat him. So stop blaming me. You have no right to accuse anyone when you're nothing but a scumbag.
Well, if you hadn't given my dad that terrible present, we wouldn't be in this situation. You need to take responsibility for your actions. Or at the very least, You shouldn't have exposed it. My parents' marriage is none of your business. Stop meddling in their affairs.
I'm not exposing anything. What will happen, will happen. Your dad wants a divorce, and we should respect his decision. I'm simply relaying information to you because you're his son. Even if I didn't tell you, your dad would eventually break the news. Consider it a favor. It's time to face reality.
This is absolutely absurd. My dad has always been a loving husband and father. I'm confident he would never leave my mom. What did you do to him? You're such a horrible person. Leave my mom alone. She did nothing wrong. She's the woman who gave birth to me and raised me. Her love for me is unconditional.
I understand how closely connected you are to your mom's emotions and situation. You're her little boy, and she still treats you like a child. But that's one of the reasons why I want a divorce. In fact, I should have done it long ago. I don't know why I stayed in this unhappy marriage for so long. Let's be honest here, you contribute nothing at home. I'm essentially your housekeeper, chef, and even your butler. I don't want to live with someone as messy as you anymore. Put yourself in my shoes for a moment and think, aren't you a jerk?
Stop this nonsense. I am not messy. You are. By the way, your cooking tastes awful. You should be ashamed to be my wife. Also, I work from home, so you can't just take away all the furniture. I will hire the best lawyer in the country and sue you. This is unfair. Women should never be allowed to initiate a divorce. Only men have the authority to do so.
Sure, whatever. I couldn't care less about your opinion. I regret marrying you with all my heart. I was young and foolish, I suppose. Furthermore, you're not a child either. You're a grown, independent man. Although you do seem to have some issues with your attachment to your mom. As far as I can tell.
Take back your words. You're supposed to do as I say because I'm your husband. I am the head of this family, and you must obey me in all circumstances. Besides, you can't divorce me. Everything was fine until now. I don't know what's gotten into you, but you're not thinking clearly.
In the end, I am definitely divorcing you, no matter what. But you know, I feel sorry at the same time. Not only are your parents separating, but we are too. Plus, you'll have to replace all the furniture in the house. And support your mom financially.
What do you mean? I don't understand what you're saying.
In short, your parents are getting a divorce. Your dad is the homeowner. So why would he continue letting your mom live there? He's not a philanthropist either.
I can't believe what I'm hearing right now. Are you siding with my dad? Are you suggesting there's something going on between you two?
Excuse me? You're absolutely repulsive. I appreciate your father's virtues and admire him as a good man. However, it's time for you to acknowledge your own mistakes. Don't you agree?
Still, divorcing over something so trivial doesn't make sense. Both your father and mine have their flaws. The two of you are despicable creatures.
I apologize for my abhorrent behavior. But regardless of what you say, I won't change my mind. What you and your mother did was unforgivable. I'm completely breaking up with you.
You can't even survive without me, though. How will you support yourself financially?
One thing I'm certain about is that I'll regain my mental well-being. Isn't that what truly matters? Also, I won't have to clean up after you anymore. Your mother won't be able to boss me around after this. So, tell me, can life get any better?
Well then. I promise you that I'll take care of my own mess from now on. And we don't have to visit my parents if you dislike it.
Do you honestly think I'll believe your lies for a second time?
What's there not to believe? You must have a heart of stone.
I recall having a similar conversation with you multiple times before. Do you think I'm an idiot? The truth is, you can't manipulate me anymore. Begging won't work. How can you be so clueless?
Aren't we supposed to be a married couple? Marriage means supporting your spouse through thick and thin. You should trust my words.
Never in a million years. You were never there for me during tough times. All you did was take advantage of me. Every time I needed help, you turned a blind eye. So don't pretend you were ever a great husband.
I don't think I was a terrible husband either. Are you sure you don't remember my love and support for you?
Yes, I'm sure. Besides, you have no problem visiting your parents. But when I suggest visiting mine, you refuse, claiming my father is too intimidating. You even told me to go alone if I insisted. Is this not a double standard? Is it fair?
Well, I'll change from now on then. So maybe you should reconsider the divorce too.
There's no need for you to change anything at this point. Besides, I don't want you to change for me. And honestly, I doubt you're even capable of change. In other words, I have no expectations for you anymore.
I can't believe it. Wait a second. Is this the end for us? It can't be true, can it?
Just remember, I wouldn't waste my time and energy playing a prank on you. Actually, you really need to improve yourself. Moreover, throughout our marriage, you recklessly wasted our assets. Let's see what the judge has to say about that.
Wait. I have something to tell you too. Please listen. Anyway, I understand that you're determined to divorce me. I respect your decision. I give up, I'll let you go as you wish. But you have to provide me with alimony. This divorce caught me off guard, and I'm unprepared.
I don't think you fully comprehend the situation yet. First and foremost, you need to face reality and stop living in denial. I'm not legally obliged to financially support you. I won't allow you to manipulate me any longer. So pull yourself together. You've proven to be nothing but a coward and a jerk. I want you to know that you'll be the one paying me. And this time, I won't back down. I'll stand my ground, something I should have done all these years. In other words, you'll be providing me with alimony. Don't worry, I'll make sure you pay dearly. I look forward to seeing you buried in debt. I suppose life isn't easy when you're broke. Am I right?
Why? This makes no sense. Who says men have to pay their wives when getting a divorce? I'm almost certain such a law doesn't exist. You made it up. Moreover, you're the one who asked for a divorce, not me. I want to save our marriage at all costs. I firmly believe I never mistreated you in any way. So why should I pay you alimony? I don't owe you anything, do I? Seriously, what's the point of taking things this far?
I won't deny that I want a divorce. In fact, I long for it right now. I can't wait to be rid of you forever. However, I must clarify that you're the reason for our divorce. It's unbelievable how foolish you are, but it doesn't matter. We're strangers from now on. That being said, I have no legal obligation to provide you with financial compensation. Remember, what goes around comes around.
Wait a moment. Don't leave yet. I'm serious. Fine, I'll let you off the hook this time. Just don't walk out of my life. Please, I'm begging you. Don't ignore me. We're family, aren't we? We used to love each other so much. Natalia, I genuinely mean what I said earlier. I promise you won't regret marrying me. I love you. I truly do. Please come back and let's sit down face to face. Let's talk it out. I'll do anything to deserve a second chance. Hello? Reply to my text. Hey. It's so disrespectful. I'm not done with the conversation yet. Don't leave me hanging.
After that, Roger had no choice but to allow his mom to move in with him while she worked. After all, she had nowhere else to go and would become homeless if he didn't lend a helping hand. Thankfully, they managed to avoid homelessness by staying in the house that Roger and I used to share. I didn't want to engage in a heated argument with him about that issue because it wasn't worth it. As for his parents' old home, his dad eventually decided to sell it. It must have been a property that held too many painful memories for him. The silver lining is that his bone fracture healed quicker than expected. He was able to return to work and resume a normal lifestyle. My divorce with Roger and his parents' divorce were both finalized shortly after. It's quite a coincidence, isn't it? Initially, his mom vehemently denied the reality. She couldn't believe that her spouse of over 2 decades had the audacity to leave her. This is not to say she didn't struggle with post-divorce sadness. I don't sympathize with her, as I believe she's experiencing the consequences of her own actions. On the other hand, I'm relieved that I finally freed myself from a manipulator and his bullying mother. I don't know where I would be if I hadn't left him. To my satisfaction, Roger ceased all contact with me after we parted ways. He blocked me on all social media accounts, and I did the same. I'm currently on paid leave from work and searching for a new home. I would also like to take a moment to appreciate my understanding parents for their support during this time. Lastly, I hope to begin a new chapter in my life soon. Life can be tough, but it's always a good idea to stay positive through thick and thin.